S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
These two. Even. Fourth down. Even.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, but now it's third and goal.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Mahomes now to throw. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's second and 8. Now Taylor to throw. It's complete to Watt. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Now it's Taylor. Completes it to Watt. 7 yards on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On third down, Taylor. Open man, it's Allen. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, L.A. Raheem Mostert. Touchdown on the season, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Here's Mostert. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now Mostert. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Mostert. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. This is Mostert. On the stop, Breeland speaks.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Taylor steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack.
44, Mike, 44. He's time to leave. 44 is Mike, 44 is Mike. Check. Not here.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he's going to go down again. Frank Clark providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Ryan Allen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Second and 10 now. It's Taylor. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing now is Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Thomas Davis picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in the second week of the regular season. They complete it to Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now a handoff looking right. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
53, check 53. Let's go, defense. Man up, D. What? Go.
Now they try the right side here. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now a handoff looking right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Benjamin's got it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On second down, this is Jackson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Badgley on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller is just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big
This is caught inside the 15. Ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our coach. And ready to get the party started. An even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is... sacked.
Frank Clark. A 10-yard loss on the sack. It's second down.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Maybe a free play now for Taylor. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. So that one will be accepted. On second down, here's Taylor. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Mahomes going to throw. Completes it to Hardman. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Here's Mahomes to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football, football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And oh, what a catch there by Allen. A good pickup there at 22.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Now Taylor. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the twist.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. 20! He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to revert. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The point after is good, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Do it.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll run it on the toss. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Taylor. Oh, look at the juke. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they try the right side here. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And the Chargers 1st down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run with Jackson out of the gun, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Let's go, defense. Kill.
Here's Jackson. Chris Jones on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 39, Taylor. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Taylor. He's got a man. It's Williams. That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
53, check 53.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Mahomes now to throw. It's Hill, complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City 1st.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Check 15. Hey, dribble it. Exit.
Now on second and 16. Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. He's at the 40. The 20. 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 91 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on second down. Taylor caught by Allen. And out across midfield down to the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On third down, Taylor. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They start the drive on the ground, Kamara. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe